Hello again, Dominic Trophy, and welcome to another video. And this one's going to be another video, another video game related video, but it's actually going to be a tech related review. And it's going to be about my thoughts of the Sony PlayStation Vita. Obviously it is Sony's current, handheld that they have. And obviously I want to share my, thoughts about it and stuff. Now, before I start, I just want to show you what the unit looks like and all the parts on it and stuff. So, obviously, this is the front of it, the Vita itself. And as a handheld, it looks quite stylish. Obviously, it was made by Sony. And for a handheld that came out in late 2011, early 2012, it looks really, really sleek and pretty. Really, really looks like a very attractive handheld. And it just looks nice, so it does. So, obviously, on the front of it, you've got the D-pad on there. You have an analog stick here, as well as a home button. Obviously, if you're playing a game or if you're using an application, you can go back straight into the home menu, which is a nice thing. And obviously, you've got the triangle buttons. The triangle button, the circle, cross, and the square buttons. Usually on any PlayStation device, so is it? So obviously on the original PlayStation, as well as its slim model, the PlayStation 2 alongside its slim model, the PlayStation 3, as well as the slim and the super slim, on the controls and stuff, as well as the PlayStation 4, the slim, the PS4 Pro, every PSP that was made, the PSP Go, and both models of the Vita as well. So, yeah. And obviously you got another analog stick, as well as a start, select and start button there, so you have. You also have a camera, a front facing camera on there, so you do. On the top of it, you've got, obviously, shoulder buttons, an L and R button, as well as two volume buttons on there, which obviously is to turn it up, to turn the volume up or to turn the volume down. You also have a power port there, so you do if you want to turn the thing on or off, you know what I mean, as well as a port for the game cards. So I will show what the game cards look like, so that's slot and stuff. So you might be thinking, well, there's a slot here, so there is. What is that slot what is that slot for? The thing is, it was actually never used. It's basically an unused port. But from what I've heard, was that Sony was planning to give the PS Vita HDMI support, so you could plug it into a television, connect it, and play it that way. So you would basically use this as a controller. But obviously they use that in a different device, such as the PlayStation TV, which I will do an update video on that, because I definitely want to talk about that more. On the bottom, you've got a headphone jack, so if you want to listen to the music or listen to the sound in, when you're playing a game. And you also have a charger port, so you do. As well as a port here, so you do. Now, you might not really be able to see it, sorry. Now, obviously, you see a port there. Now, what this is for, it's for the memory card slot. So, obviously, if you want to plug in a memory card for extra storage, and obviously, that is a memory card. Quite small, so it is. Really, really small. Now, I've got that upside down. There. Yeah, it's an 8GB, so it is. But it's handy for what I've got in the meantime. I definitely will upgrade to a larger one one of these days, you know what I mean? That's it. So I struggled there, but it didn't matter. I was going to jump cut, but I thought, screw it, I'm not jump cutting. And you've also got the back as well. So you've got a back face camera, so you have, as well as a touchpad here, which certain games do support. So obviously, when you're moving your fingers around, obviously it does interact within the game, which is quite nice and stuff. And yeah, looks really, really good and stuff, and I'm, you know, happy to own it, so I am. So I will show you, I will, you know, tell you about my experiences of this handheld. Now, I actually only bought this last month, but I've actually been playing it a lot and stuff. Because originally I was going to do this video a lot later on, but I thought, do you know what? I want to do this video as soon as possible, because I love this handheld so much. And it's been absolutely amazing and stuff. It really, really has. I do remember when it came out back in February 2012. And I thought it looked really, really good. I thought, I definitely get one of these days. But at the time, I hadn't really thought about getting one. So, I always had that thought back of my head, so I didn't. I thought I would definitely get one of these. Because at the time, I had a 3DS. But I thought it'd be nice to have something, you know, different for once. And I was having a look into the Vita, like, back in 2014. And even in 2015 as well. Because at that time, the price of the handheld had dropped dramatically. Because of the fact that the handheld hasn't really done well and stuff. It hasn't really sold that well for Sony in both America, the UK and Europe. Whereas in Japan and even Asia, it's still selling really well. So it is. But I always kept putting it off and stuff. Because at the time I was, you know, focusing on other platforms and stuff. And new consoles I actually got into. So in 2016 I was looking into it. But I always put it off again. And then, obviously, recently, last month, it was actually my birthday, so it was. And obviously I got a bit of birthday money and stuff, so I did. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to treat myself to a new console. And as I said in that, when I did my pickups video, my recent one, I said I was going to choose between the Nintendo Switch, the PS Vita, or the ZX Spectrum Vega, which is a little mini console. Similar to like the NES Classic. At that point, I sort of dropped that off and I thought, which one should I get, a Vita or a Switch? And at one point, I was really destined to get a Nintendo Switch. I thought, I wonder if I want to get one. But I'd been looking into the Vita a little bit more and I thought, do you know what? There's some games on a different play in this. Screw it, I'm going to buy it. So I bought a Vita, so I did, with one game which was Formula 1 2011. And I had a great, you know, weekend playing that game. Really good. And it was just absolutely amazing and stuff. And I remember I actually told my friend about it because we actually met up that Sunday, the following day. And he said to me, he said to me about the Vita and stuff. I just told him, I recently got a PS Vita. It's really good. And he said to me, I thought you were more of a Nintendo guy, Dominic. So I said to him, I'm not really bothered what platforms I play. Like I have played, you know, the Xbox consoles, the PlayStation consoles, the Nintendo ones, you know what I mean? The Nintendo consoles. As well as, you know, Sega and even the Atari stuff, you know what I mean? So I don't really care what the heck I play. Even the Ouya, you know what I mean? I don't really care what the heck, you know, platform I play. As long as I enjoy those games, that's all I care about. I really do. So, one thing I will want to show are the games that I've got. So I will. So, I only actually have four, let's put that on the floor, sorry. I only actually have four physical games, but I do have a few digital games and stuff. And I thought, well, I've only got four, you know, I'll show them off and stuff. So, the first one I got was F1 2011, so I did. Which obviously is a racing game, you know, it's a Formula 1 and stuff. Pretty good game. Well, so I played it, when I played it and stuff, after charging it when I got home. I played a bit of it, and it blew me away. I was like, bloody hell. Now, this game came out in 2012. I think it was a launch title. And for a handheld, obviously in 2018, it looks bloody amazing. It makes Vita feel like it's a new-gen console. It just came out now, you know what I mean? It's really good. And I played it on there, and it just blew me away. And I was saying to that friend of mine, I said to him, it blows the 3DS version out of the water. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the 3DS version, but ever since I played this, it feels like I cannot actually go back. I can though, you know what I mean? But fantastic game, bloody hell. Really good. I also have Uncharted Golden Abyss, which obviously is an Uncharted game. I've played a bit of this, like I said, I've not completed it yet. And it's actually quite fun and really enjoyable. And obviously it works well with the mechanics on the device itself. Really, really good. Another one I got was FIFA 13, obviously, you know, a football game and stuff. It was quite cheap, and I thought, do you know what, I'll get into it and stuff. And it plays really, really good. Even though, again, this came out in late 2012, it feels nice on the Vita. It really, really does. Which I quite like. And the last one I got was Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, which obviously is a Call of Duty game and stuff. And again, feels really, really good on the Vita. And with the analog sticks on it, it feels really, really nice. Really, really good. Just a pretty cool game. Really, really good. I've played a bit of the online, so I've not really played much of it, but it's quite nice and stuff on it. Now, another thing I want to definitely talk about is backwards compatibility. Now, obviously, with the PS Vita, PS Vita, sorry, it uses its own form of game cards for the games and stuff. Now, the thing with the 3DS is that it has physical backwards compatibility right in the console. And it actually plays it via hardware. So how that works is the 3DS has a DS mode inside the machine. So anytime that you insert a DS game, it basically turns off the 3DS and basically boots into a 3DS mode, and it plays it that way. So it does. So it doesn't have any issues with playing the games and stuff, and it plays them really, really fine. Now, so it does. Now, the thing with the Vita is it doesn't have physical backwards compatibility. And the reason being was because Sony changed the format of the games. Because obviously the PSP used UMDs, whereas the Vita itself used a form of game card, so it did. And because of that, you cannot play your physical games. But one thing that's actually quite nice with the Vita is it has a huge library of digital backwards compatible games through the PlayStation Store. And obviously with that, it has games from the PSP, but also contains PS1 classics, which is a really, really good thing. So if there are any PS1 games you want to play on this, you can, download them and, play them straight away, which is a really, really nice thing. But also a good thing that I'm glad that, Sony has included with the Vita is that you can actually transfer games from a PSP to a Vita. So, for example, if you own a PSP, and you have any digital games on there, so if you have any digital PSP games that you've bought or PS1 classics, you can actually download them straight to this device, which is a nice thing. So basically how that works is that you log into the PlayStation Store on your Vita as well. And obviously you go to the shop, the PS Store. And obviously there's an icon at the bottom which states a download list. So basically what that is any game that you've purchased digitally, depending on what it is, can be downloaded straight to this device. So I have purchased a few digital PSP games, such as the Sega Mega Drive collection, which I do own physically, as well as Gran Turismo PSP. And because of that, I can actually, download it onto my PS Vita. So basically, you purchase the game once, and you can re-download it on supported devices, which is a great thing for Sony to do, which I quite like. With the games, you might think, how does it run it and stuff? The PS1 classics and the PSP games are running through an emulation system, so they are. So basically how it worked is that Sony built a PS1 emulator for the Vita, as well as a PSP emulator for the Vita, for the system, so they do. And for the PSP games running through emulation, it runs really well. It feels like you're actually playing it on the actual system, and there's no change. There's no change there, and it feels really, really nice. And I quite like that, I really, really do. And it's just a great system, it really, really is. A lot of great games on there. And I also like the cross-buy system, because certain games that are on the PS3 or the PS4 do contain a PS Vita version. So if you buy it on one of those devices, you can just download the Vita version for free, which is a bloody great thing. And it's great that Sony does that, you know what I mean? I know Microsoft does that with their Xbox Play Anywhere with the PC, which is quite nice. It's a bit unfortunate that Nintendo didn't do that, you know what I mean? It's a bit of a shame that, especially when they've been doing the Virtual Console for so long, but you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just how it goes. So it's good that you can transfer everything over. Because I know a lot of people are sort of annoyed that you cannot play your physical PSP UMDs on there. But I know that Sony did a program about that in Japan, where I think what happened was that I think you sent them your physical PSP games, and I think they send you a code for it, so that you can download it on the PS Vita. So we didn't get that, but you do have the choice to purchase digital PSP games on there if you want to, you know what I mean, which is quite nice. So my overall thoughts about this handheld is, it is really, really enjoyable. I've had a lot of great fun with this device, and I've only had it for a month, almost a month, so I have, and I've had so much great, you know, gaming experiences on this so far. A flipping amazing handheld. And I would definitely say it is sort of underrated, because I know a lot of people sort of skipped on it. But I think if you want to try a new, you know, gaming system, the PlayStation Vita is really, really good. It's amazing, so it is. Two last things that I want to talk about is, well, one is the internet connectivity and stuff. You know, the web browser and stuff. The web browser on this is purely fantastic. It is bloody amazing. And it feels really, really good. And at one point, I was actually using this over my mobile phone. It's that good, you know what I mean? It just feels nice. It really, really does. And even like applications and stuff, like sometimes I've watched YouTube on this and, you know, watched a few videos or, you know, by me, or other videos by other people, and it just looks so clear on this device. Really, really nice. And it's pretty cool. It really, really is very, very, very responsive. And the last thing I want to talk about with this is the PlayStation or the PlayStation Vita remote play. Now, certain PS4 games, I think even PS3 games, allowed you to use the remote play. So basically how that works is that both the PS4 or the PS3, but I've mostly used it on PS4, and the Vita have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi connection. And obviously you go through settings on here, and you click on remote play. So obviously once you've connected everything, you can basically play your PlayStation 4 games, as well as all your digital games on here. So it basically streams it. And it feels really, really nice. It really, really does. Like, I played it a few times on here, playing PS4 games through the remote player. And for a handheld, it's quite nice. Like I say, it looks really, really good on the screen, and it plays really, really well. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Some people might compare it to the Wii U, you know, the gamepad and stuff, which I sort of agree with. But obviously with that, it's not streaming it, so it isn't. But apart from that, it's a really, really nice tool to, you know, have that and stuff. Because there are a few games I played on it. I played a bit of Mighty No. 9 through this. I played a bit of the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, as well as the Atari Flashback collections that have been released. And it feels really, really nice. Bloody, you know, cool and stuff. Really, really good. And, yeah, just, do you know what? Just a good thing. Really, really good device. And do you know what? I'm really, really glad I got myself one. Because, again, there's so much great stuff on there that are really, really, you know, great to play. There's a lot of great games on there that are well worth playing. There's actually a lot of exclusives still on the handheld, which is pretty cool. But also it still gets a lot of indie support as well as, you know, certain third parties, which is quite nice and stuff. And yeah, that's my thoughts about the PlayStation Vita. So I just want to say, hope you enjoyed this video, hope you liked it and stuff. And I just want to say, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed this video. I think after this I may do, try to think now, an update video on the PlayStation TV. It won't be my next video, but it will probably be one I will do in the soon-to-be future. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see. Wait. I'm getting a notification. Alex wants to talk. Yeah, from my earpiece. Yeah. Okay, he wants to give us a quick message. Okay, I'll transfer him over. Okay, transmission. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. So okay, sorry about that. I just got a little message from my earpiece. Alex is wanting to make a little quick message, so he does. So I'll be back in a quick minute. So. Hi all again. Sorry for this interruption, but I just wanted to make a little quick announcement. And that announcement is that I'm a lot more happy now, sorry, but that's not the announcement. Well, one thing is that my videos that I've been making since June 2017, they've recently reached 10 subscribers. So yeah, 10 subscribers. So because of this amazing celebration, I'm going to be making a quick little video tomorrow. Oh, pardon me, sorry. I don't like to be rude. I'm going to be making a quick video tomorrow celebrating my 10 subscribers special. Sorry, I'm looking forward to it. Yay! So yeah, you'll be seeing me tomorrow again, so you will, for my 10 subscribers special. So I will. So I hope you look forward to it tomorrow, and it's going to be airing in, as I said, this quick transmission is going to be airing, finishing, ending, whatever, in a few seconds. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch back over to Dominic. What about me? Why don't I get a cameo? Why don't you give me a ring, Dominic? Me, you know what I mean, from like weeks ago? Andrew, the Ouya fanboy. As I was telling you before, my girlfriend, my partner, whatever we call her, and our child left me. So he did. So she did. So yeah, we're back together now, so we are. She just overreacted. So she did. By the way, wanted to give this quick announcement, and hail to the Ouya fanboys. So yeah, wanted to make this quick announcement. See you all. Oh, and Dominic, when is my next video? You've not given me a release date yet. Dominic? Dominic? How rude. How rude these young people. Okay. This is the thing with interruptions. You don't know what happens half the time. This video, flipping heck, 23 minutes long. It's gone crazy, but apart from that, I just want to say, before I got flipping interrupted by Alex and the crazy Ouya fanboy, I just want to say, luckily we don't get Wii U Man here on this video, so we won't. And I mean that he's not going to interrupt and do anything crazy. So yeah, apart from that, I just want to say, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and as Alex said, he'll be making a 10 subscriber special. Hope it's not like 60 minutes long, Alex, because I don't think most of us are going to stay for that long. But apart from that, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And for me, myself, Dominic Tropher, I will see you all on Tuesday. And obviously, you'll be seeing Alex tomorrow as well. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye. Hope you enjoyed the video, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you later. Bye.